Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action. I am back for the November DVD and Blu-ray update. She's quite a pile, so let's get into it. Yeah, so this represents kind of 6 weeks of things that have come in. It's a bit bigger than usual, and I had a lot of bargains and stuff that I found. It's just a big list, so let's just get into it. We'll start off with the DVDs. The first one, this one hit up on eBay recently, and I was very happy because it never shows up locally. It's not a new film or anything like that. This is High Voltage, which is a wild cover, with Antonio Sabato Jr., so, it's my kind of like 90s action. The reason I picked this one up, though, not that you'll see it, it's an Isaac Florentine directed film. He did a lot of the really good stuff with Scott Adkins and some sort of early mid-2000s new image military action films, like all kinds of good stuff. He knows how to do action. And High Voltage is one of his that I've never seen. So I'm keen to check it out. Great cheesy cover. Shock treatment for action freaks. Apparently, mess with the Asian mafia, you've got big trouble. Mess with Johnny Clay, Antonio Sabato Jr., and you're a dead man. From mind-blowing stunts to earth-shaking explosions, High Voltage delivers a relentless, supercharged showdown of bad guys versus the badder guys. Yeah, I mean, that's everything I'd like. This is an ancient DVD, so who's this company that puts this out? Scimitar. So this is a Scimitar, and it came out in, you probably said 1997. I mean, the film is probably from 1997, or very, very close to it. So yeah, this is an ancient DVD, and it was local, and it was cheap. There you go. You got a chapter card. Remember they had chapter cards in DVDs? You can even buy 4, get 1 free, send off a thing. Yeah, just, So it's been kicking around on Amazon US used, but yeah, it showed up locally, and it's basically near me. Very happy man. High Voltage, looking forward to that one. This one, oh man. I was warned about this director that his films were really, really cheap and pretty goofy and not fun. I've enjoyed the 2 that I've watched so far. Plankton was the first one I watched. And this is one that I was wanting to get. I knew of the release, and the seller that I got the first 2 films from said he had it a year ago. He could never find it. He listed it finally on eBay, and I'm like, yes, you got it. Thank you. Flight to Hell. Look at that cover. Hey! Directed by Al Passeri, who's an Italian director. The films are in English, more or less. And yeah, I haven't watched this one yet because I'm otherwise occupied this month with films, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's going to go on like 1st or 2nd December. Flight to Hell's happening because oh man, these Al Passeri films are just ridiculous, but they're so much fun. Look at the guy. Let's read from the back. Don screams out as a horrific monster is about to eat him alive, but then he wakes up. It's only a dream. That day he boards his private plane. A flying casino caters to the needs of fantastically rich clients who want to pay for high stakes in high altitudes. Then the plane is engulfed in a strange thick fog that seeps into the cabin. The evil mist transforms the passengers and crew one by one into monstrous half-human, half-insect creatures with a ravenous appetite for human flesh. I mean, sold. Don realizes that it's his nightmare coming true. It is his flight to hell. Brilliant. So it's just a cheap UK DVD. I think there's a few options for getting this thing, but man, again, yeah, my return purchase from an eBay seller that I bought from quite a few times. If you've seen me show off sort of this kind of cheapo horror film in the last year, it's all been from the one seller on eBay in Australia, and he's just got lots of imports, mostly UK imports, and he finally found me this. So yeah, I'm stoked. I know none of you are, but I'm stoked. Right, so the next one, which will lead into what I was saying about what I've been watching this month. It's November, or as I've been calling it, Newvember. I've been watching nothing but new image films, new image action films. I have quite a lot. I picked up a few more. In my last update, you would have seen quite a few. I think I had about 3 or 4. And I got a couple more in here, and this is one particular one. This is Final Encounter with Dean Cain and Thomas Ian Griffith. And I watched this one. It's got a bit of a bad rap, but I quite enjoyed it. It's kind of like I think in my review I said it was sort of like a double episode of Stargate SG-1. Like it really feels that kind of quality, sort of made for TV kind of thing, because it clearly is. Cutting edge special effects, well, maybe not, but I'll read from the back. This action-packed sci-fi thriller sends Hollywood favourites Dean Cain from Rat Race and Fire Trap and Thomas Ian Griffith from Triple X and Time Cop 2. Would you really put Time Cop 2 as your reference? Into a do-or-die battle for survival as mankind faces a showdown with its own worst enemy. On a distant planet, 2 human colonies were founded as a civilized outpost far removed from the devastating laws of Earth. It was a dream that didn't last long. Locked in a brutal 100-year war, the colonies battled each other amidst the rubble of their once great cities. With only the remnants of their immense technologies and their vast armies reduced to a few, a group of brave soldiers decides it's time to step up and end the fighting before both sides are pushed into extinction. So, what's really fun about this is it's a sci-fi thing, right? So, it could have been on the Sci-Fi channel. I probably was at some point. It really, really feels like that. So you've got these soldiers, and they're all very young. So they get to like 18, and then they kick them out and go and fight for the motherland. But as well as that, and they don't quite explain it, there is these, as the soldiers, who are sort of the grunts, refer to them as witches. But there's this sort of extra, like they're like a subdivision of the forces that are called, what are they called? Programmers, I think. And they go onto the field, and they stay at the back, and they use these weird computer things to essentially launch giant CG claws that come down from the sky to kill the enemy. It's really, really strange, and so they get called witches because it does look like witchcraft. Like they do all these moves and stuff, and then press some buttons, and then these giant claws come from the sky. It's so weird. It was such a strange plot device, but there's complaints that the movie's boring and slow. I didn't find that. I mean, maybe I'm just tamed by, some of the talking scenes in something like Stargate, where, they'll have a bit of a chat and that kind of thing. But no, I enjoyed it. I gave it a solid, 3.5 out of 5, which I think is about right. So there you go. The Final Encounter. Give it a go if you like sort of that kind of late 90s science fiction action film that you would find on, Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah, give it a go. And I got a bunch of Daniel Bernhardt films. Hooray. This one is Future War. I've been told it's quite good. Great cover. Looks kind of like, poor man's Matrix, like, Show No Mercy, I think. No one is safe in this deadly sci-fi tale of a master race of cyborgs from the future who abduct humans from the past, breeding them as slaves. It's a great plot device. Bloodthirsty dinosaurs are trained as trackers, impossible to outrun, but when a human, Daniel Bernhardt, breaks free, a bloody war begins and the cyborgs are forced to battle against vigilantes, street gangs and drug lords in a deadly race for the future. It sounds amazing, and the only problem is it's not a new image, so I can't watch it this month. Otherwise, I would have. Future War. It just sounds utterly amazing. Old DVD, there's Daniel down there, making him the small guy with 2 other blokes on top, who might be... Robert Zadar's in this. He's neither of those, I don't think. No, that's not him. Travis Brooks, Stuart Kazja, and Ray Adash. I imagine some of those names are these 2 guys. But whatever, it is going to be fun. I know this is going to be fun. Future War with Daniel Bernhardt kickboxing his way through the past and the future. Another one, Perfect Target, in a very, very old-style dual-case DVD. I love these things, particularly when they're of 90s films. They usually are. It's got Robert Englund in this as well. Brian Thompson. I mean, this is a bit of a cast. 24 hours from now, he'll either be called an assassin, a hero, or dead. Perfect Target. We'll read from the back. A quiet life in a sleepy Latin American country comes to an explosive end when an American expatriate becomes the perfect target. In a deadly political coup, David Benson, Daniel Bernhardt, blasts on screen with pure power as an ex-CIA agent forced to back to work as a mercenary to escape imprisonment on false charges. When his ex-boss, Colonel Shackwell, Robert Englund, assigns him to protect the reigning president of Santa Brava, he never expects to be the fall guy for his murder. Now, with an army of Shackwell's henchmen hunting him down, he's on the run with the local police captain David Ramirez, played by Jim Peary, also falsely accused of the assassination. Their only hope is to expose the true terrorists behind the plot and exonerate themselves. It will take every bit of their cunning military strategies and brute force to bring down the treacherous traitors. In blazes of guns, glory, and poetic justice, the final move is played in a game of winner takes all. That is a synopsis. Wow. Yeah, so it was Platinum Disc Corporation is the one to put these things out. All quite uniform. Yeah, frustratingly, it's not the only time it's going to happen in this update. They're those ones where the titles are on backwards. But anyway, it's yeah, you got to open it up like a jewel case thingy. There you go. Got the other things you can get in there. I've got a few of these, and I've got a few alternates of them. But yeah, you know, there's a salvage. I've got that one. So that's what you get. These old jewel case DVDs, aren't they cool? Yeah, perfect target. Looking forward to that one. 2 more DVDs. This is a Sci-Fi Channel film. You would have seen him a few months ago. I did my Sci-Fi Channel collection sort of video. Had interviews and stuff in it. And I haven't really picked up too many since then because I had so much. I got like the majority of what was easy to get. But there was still a few not too hard ones that I wanted to pick up. And I was just waiting for the right price, right opportunity. And this one finally presented itself. Killer Mountain. With Emmanuel Vaugier, Aaron Douglas, Torrance Coombs, and Paul Campbell. I watched this one. It was okay. I think I wasn't in the right mindset for it. I thought I was getting a bit more monstery than what I was getting. Anyway, look, I'll read from the back. Gankar Penusium, nicknamed Killer Mountain, is the highest unclimbed mountain in the world. According to local legend, the top is home to the gods, and climbing above 6,000 meters is prohibited. When a research expedition goes missing, a billionaire lures the best climber in the business out of retirement to lead a rescue mission. Upon arriving at the base camp, the rescuers hear the expedition team's frantic final message for help. Unbeknownst, I love that word, to them, something sinister is moving through the shadows, following them and waiting to strike. So there's a lot of non-monster action in this, because there's there's gangs and things in the mountain. They got to deal with that, and I would have liked more monster, to be frank. But it was fine. Like, it wasn't awful or anything. I've seen so many worse Sci-Fi Channel films. I'll give it another go one day, and now that I understand what it's going to be, and see if I can get into it a bit more. Killer Mountain. And the last DVD on another Sci-Fi Channel film. I haven't watched this one yet. I only got this one in the other day. But it's got Felicia Day in it, and I do love her. Red Werewolf Hunter. Felicia Day. We will read from the back on this one. This time, it is revenge. Virginia Red Sullivan, Felicia Day, from the Guild, leads a group of werewolf hunters, safeguarding the pact between humans and werewolves. When a new breed of rogue werewolves, led by Gabrielle Stephen McHattie from Watchmen, breaks the truce between hunters and wolves, Red sets out to kill Gabrielle and save mankind. It is now up to Red to prevent a full-fledged werewolf takeover. I'm probably going to like this one. I mean, one, it's got Felicia, and I'll watch her read the dictionary. But it looks like it's got some gory things going on there in the back. Probably moves at a fair clip. It's only going to be 90 minutes or something. And it's from that period of Sci-Fi Channel movies that I tend to have good luck with. So, yes, Red Werewolf Hunter. I'm hoping it's good. Alright, into the Blu-ray pile now. The first one. This is one of those bigger budget films that when it came out, I think people, as soon as they saw it was coming out, and they this is going to be crap. And the general reviews from the general people have been, this is crap. And so I was about to avoid it, had no intention of picking this up, but a good friend of mine said, no, this is good fun. It's a bit like those sort of, thrown back in the past giant dinosaur kind of adventure films that we used to like. I'm talking about 65 million years ago with Adam Driver. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going in with reasonable expectations. I mean, what could possibly be terrible in this? It only goes for 90 minutes, which is like an impossibility in modern Hollywood. So short and sharp, and it's a sci-fi back in the past adventure thing with dinosaurs. Like, if I go in there with a mindset like I'm going to, which is this is a direct-to-video film that for some reason was in a cinema, I'll probably like it. After a catastrophic crash on an unknown planet, pilot Mills, Adam Driver, quickly discovers he's actually stranded on Earth 65 million years ago. Now, with only one chance at rescue, Mills and one only other survivor, Koa, that's Ariana Greenblatt, great name, must make their way across the unknown terrain riddled with dangerous prehistoric creatures in an epic fight for survival. It sounds great. From the writer of A Quiet Place comes 65, a sci-fi thriller produced by Sam Raimi. So there's another winner for you. Deborah Liebling, Zyma Azizi, Scott Beck, and Brian Woods. I don't know any of those people, but you had me at Sam Raimi. If any of you have seen it, tell me what you think. But I'm going there with mild expectations rather than expecting it to be utter shite. So there you go, 65. This was a great find from my local Salvation Army charity store, thrift store as you may call them overseas. And then I was, I've been after this for ages. I got it home, looked it up and went, damn, this is a $100 Blu-ray apparently, in the name of the rose. Yeah, at a charity shop. Very rare now, supposedly. Sean Connery, F. Murray Abraham. This has been on my I need to see this film list for a long, long time, and it's just never happened. We had a local DVD. We never had a Blu-ray. This is the US Blu-ray, and it showed up in an Australian thrift store. So, good-o. It's the work of the devil. That's what some say. When a bizarre series of deaths strikes a 14th century monastery, others find links between the deaths and the Book of Revelation. But Brother William of Baskerville thinks otherwise. He intends to find a murderer by using fact and reason. The Tools of Heresy. Best Actor British Academy Award winner Sean Connery is Wiley William in this compelling adaptation of Umberto Eco's bestseller. Christian Slater, I haven't heard of that name in a while, plays Adzo, aide to the sleuthing cleric, a youth on the verge of sexual and intellectual awakening. Ooh. F. Murray Abraham is arrogance incarnate as the Inquisitor. Director Jean-Jacques Annaud filmed this moody mystery in an actual 12th century monastery. Very cool. Where hooded faces loom like gargoyles. So yeah, it's been on my I need to see this film for a long time. They believed in God but traded with the devil. This is not 65. I mean, this is a well-respected big budget thingy. And what year is it? 1986. So there you go. Very, very cool. I'm very excited to check out In the Name of the Rose. Nice Blu-ray. I got a bunch of Van Damme. So I had a bunch of... I had a multi-pack, US multi-pack that had a bunch of Van Damme films in it. And these things annoy me now. I've said this before. When it's a multi-pack of all the Tremors films, 1 through 7, great, I will have that. But when it's just a collection of things and like it's got one film from 1989 over here and one from 97, no. And if it's different actors, no, don't want that in my collection anymore. So I want to get singles, and Van Damme was on the chopping block there. So I wanted this, and turns out it was very hard to get the local Blu-ray. It must have been out of print. It was, this is Sudden Death. Now, it's had a couple of editions here. Great film, I don't need to talk about it. It had this edition first, which is the proper Universal one, and then it was followed up with a Cinema Cult in a horrible grey box, and I didn't want that even if I could find it. But man, these things go for a little bit normally. There's some guys trying to charge $70 at the moment for it now. I just waited, and then I finally find one for like 20 something, and I'm like, yeah, good, we're done. But Sudden Death, this is a really good one from him. What are we, like 93 or something? 93, I guess, right, yeah. International action superstar Jean-Claude Van Damme teams with Powers Booth in a tension-packed suspension thriller set against the backdrop of a Stanley Cup game. Van Damme portrays a father whose daughter is suddenly taken during a championship hockey game. With the captors demanding $1 billion by game's end, Van Damme frantically sets a plan in motion to rescue his daughter and abort an impending explosion before the final buzzer. It's a really fun one. I've always enjoyed this. It's got a sequel too with Michael J. White that was a bit rough, but it's passable. But anyway, so yeah, it's an Australian disc, but it's one of those just universal discs. Like they just every country got the same thing. There's a UK rating, there's a Danish rating, I think it's an Irish rating or something. There's a German rating. The disc has been hopping around the world. So there you go, Sudden Death, one of my favorites, and from 1993 again. This is Hard Target. I love this Van Damme. This was the first film that I ever illegally copied on VHS. Yes, I rented this out when it came out at the video store, so probably 94, and hooked up 2 VCRs and made a duplicate of it. We've all done that back in the 90s. I mean, I've had a DVD, I've had a Blu-ray, I've had a Blu-ray in a multi-pack, and now I've got the latest Kino 4K one. Hopefully this one is fully uncut. It's had some additions over the years that have been cut here, a little bit there, that kind of thing. Presuming Kino did it right. Brand new 4K scan of the OCN, so we're already off to the races. Legendary Muscles from Brussels JCVD teams up for the world-famous action director John Woo of The Killer and executive producer Sam Raimi again. There we go. From The Evil Dead for this electrifying thriller. Chance Bordeaux Van Damme is the target of an evil mercenary, Lance Henriksen, who recruits combat veterans for the amusement of his clients. Bored tycoons who will pay $500,000 to stalk and kill the most challenging prey of them all, man. So when beautiful Natasha Binder, Nancy Butler, hires Chance in search of her missing father, she gets more than she bargained for. Yeah, it's a really fun one. It's very, very action heavy, and it's got what's his name? Walter Brimley's in this one, and he rides a horse. So that's definitely worth seeing anyway. Hard Target, John Woo, Van Damme. This one I had the Umbrella Entertainment Blu-ray of, and I always hated the cover, and I just trust Kino to do a better job, to be quite honest, and it was very, very cheap. It was one of those flash sales. It's like $17 or something. No Retreat, No Surrender, and this has both editions, the international cut, which is 94 minutes, and the actually better cut, the shorter one, theatrical, because it tightens up some of the fluff. This is, I think this was Van Damme's first film. He's not the star. He's just the bad guy. He's sort of, he's not the star. Ivan the Russian Butcher, Krashkinsky, Van Damme, faces off with Jason Kid Karate Stiltwell, that's the star. In a do-or-die battle between good and evil, Jason is an admirer of Bruce Lee, but has suffered countless defeats. At his lowest emotional ebb, Jason is visited by Bruce Lee's spirit, which is Kim Tai Chong from Game of Death. This is Bruceploitation film. It's great. Offering to teach him all his closely guarded secrets. Jason's training is quickly put to the ultimate test when a crime syndicate threatens to take over Seattle, as the fate of Jason's karate school hangs in the balance. He is forced to submit to a trial by combat against the syndicate champion Ivan, an unstoppable butcher who has made mincemeat out of all the black belts he's faced, and there's no retreat and no surrender. Directed by Corey Ewan, who did lots of great things. As it says here, The Transporter, modern film, and Jet Li's The Legend, Legend 2, and stuff with Cynthia Rothrock. So yeah, this is exciting to have with the correct poster artwork for anything. And there you go. Nice. Side grade, is it? I mean, I don't know. Might be the same print, but who cares? This is another one that I was getting from a different multi-pack. There's that US release that's always annoyed me that's got Bloodsport and Time Cop. These films could not be more unrelated. I mean, they got Van Damme, that's it. So I've got the new German edition of Bloodsport on the way, which is a new scan and uncut and that kind of thing. So it'll show up any day now. The Time Cop I could get locally. We had a release, and another one of my personal favorites. It was the first Van Damme I saw in cinema. I saw it on a school trip, would you believe? We went and saw this as class. I don't know how we got away with that, but anyway. So I've always liked this era of Van Damme. One tiny change, the future could be history. Not everyone heeds that warning. Powerful, ambitious politician Ron Silver, who's really good in this, taps into the secrets of time travel and sets out to change his yesterdays and assure his path to the presidency. Something that Max Walker, Van Damme, an elite patrolman in the government's secret Time Enforcement Commission, TEC, is sworn to stop dead. But will Walker himself alter events that he can undo the decade ago murder of his wife? Van Damme is warmly winning via guns, blades, fists, kicks, wrenches. Choose your weapon, boldly kick ass. It's Time Cop. I've always liked it. It's very, very cheesy. It's got plot holes all the way through it because time travel, but Time Cop. Happy with that. And that's the Van Dammes. We've got a couple of Joan Crawfords. Yes, I picked up a few before because this, I think I showed in my last video, these cinema cults with the slipcovers were for some reason like $3 or $2.50 or something. Because Shock Entertainment, the parent company of Cinema Cult, no more. She's gone after, well, they were around doing CDs since 87 or something. Gone. Company's gone. Very, very sad. But whatever's left is going cheap. And Berserk I couldn't find in store, but it was cheap in other stores. Bought it online, paid like $3.60 or something, like whatever. But yeah, more Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford stars as Monica Rivers, the owner of a travelling circus plagued by a series of mysterious deaths. When a high-wire performer becomes the first victim, he is replaced by Frank Hawkins from Battle of the Bulge, and even more darling aerialist. But Frank's attentions to Monica make her business manager, Dorando, jealous. After Dorando, what a great name, becomes the brutal killer's next victim, Police Superintendent Brooks, arrives at the scene, but the mystery is not so easy to unravel with a cast of suspects with motives including jealousy and revenge. Campy horror flick, it says here. Campy. I mean, hopefully, not ha-ha, fly in my soup campy. I hope it's like, played straight and just as a bit of a laugh. Yeah, so there you go. Cinema Cult gave it a go at the end, trying to compete with the imprint. Having this little bit more deluxe, they still weren't, but they were cheap. So now they were really cheap at the end, $3.50. So there you go. Berserk, check them out. And, because why not? More Joan Crawford. Trog. Trog. Found one missing link and all the terror that goes with it. This is going to be amazing. The abominable snowman of the Himalayas, Bigfoot of the Pacific Northwest. Few claim to have seen these links in our primitive past, but when a wild half-man, half-ape emerges from the countryside cave, TV cameras are there to observe the event and the ensuing terror. People call him Trog, short for a prehistoric cave dweller known as the Troglodyte. To a determined anthropologist, Joan Crawford in her final film role, wow, slumming it at the end, I think. He's the scientific discovery of an age. To others, he's walking death. A grocer is impaled on a meat hook. A car is tossed aside like a twig. A child is kidnapped after a local resident, Sam Murdoch, played by Michael Gough, prods the brute into a blind rampage. In true horror tradition, the world's Murdochs leave no doubt who the real savages are. But what will become of who the part man, part monster, or Trog? Ta-da! This is gonna be great! Shout Factory release. I mean, there's Trog. Amazing. Come on. Look at him. He's chatting to the little girl at the park. Oh man, it's just like... Oh. It's like Harry and the Hendersons or something. I mean, hopefully not. 2K scan of the IP. This is a nice Shout Factory release. So yeah, Trog. I hope it's good.
Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
Into the next pile now, which means I could play some Tetris and bring forth the last pile, which is some box sets. It's going to be a big one today. We got some Charles Bronson, and I'm not too sure what this is going to be like. It's not particularly like a super fast action film or anything, but really liking Charles Bronson. Cabo Blanco. But it's a film by J. Lee Thompson, and I don't know. The trailer appealed to me. It's sort of like, I don't know, Safari Bronson or something. Where are we? Out on the sun-beached woodwork, the players emerge. Cliff Hoyt, Charles Bronson, the expatriate American trying to forget. Gunther Beckdorf, oh my god, Jason Robards, the ex-Nazi seeking oblivion. And Marie-Claire Alessandri, Dominique Sandra from The Conformist, beautiful French woman in search of her missing lover. Against an explosive background heightened by all the hopes, fears, greed, and confusion of post-war years, the three are thrown into an unforgettable tale of romance, adventure, and intrigue. Wonderfully directed by the great J. Lee Thompson, Guns of Navarone, Cape Fear, featuring a stellar cast that includes Fernando Rey from French Connection 1 and 2, Simon McCorkindale, Death on the Nile, Camilla Sparv from Downhill Racer, Gilbert Roland, Barbarossa, and there's a lot more people. Lots more people. This is Cabo Blanco, so it sounds like a bit more of a thriller kind of. I don't know if it's going to be like a whodunit or whatever, but it's got Bronson, and it's a short, sharp 92 minutes from 1980. It's got a making of on there, commentary, trailer. What else do you want? Got this one used from a local seller. Just bare bones Kino. So, if you've seen this one, let me know what you think. This certainly was... this is the opposite end of the spectrum. Bloody Shout Factory and their exclusives that I can't buy directly. I've complained almost every video because there's so many of them. I've got to get a buddy. We've got to get a few people together. We do a group buy, send it to one of his mates in the US, and then that guy will ship them to us. It's a pain in the ass. Abraxas. Had to have Abraxas. Oh man, it means Jesse Ventura. From Running Man. From Predator. Jesse Ventura. Abraxas. Had to have this. Abraxas, Jesse Ventura, is a cop. A good cop. An intergalactic cop. Tasked with interceding when planets seek to destroy themselves, his beat spans galaxies. This time his mission is an all-too-personal planetary perp is none other than, Secundus. Sven Ole Thorensen from The Running Man. Oh, brilliant. Abraxas' ex-partner gone rogue. Seeking out the sinister anti-life equation, Secundus threatens to unleash a power that would destroy the universe. Of course he does. Very Superman. Unless Abraxas can take down his former colleague in an all-out battle of good versus evil. I had to have this. I haven't seen it since VHS days. Actually, it wasn't even that. I think I saw it on TV or something. Abraxas. I mean, did it have to be an exclusive title? Surely they could have pushed 1,000 units through Amazon. Did I really have to go to this effort for Abraxas? I don't know, man. What year was this? 93. Wow, Predator is a long, distant memory at this point. 6 years difference. Guardian of the Universe. Man, what else am I going to say about it? This one's good fun, and happy to have this one on a Blu-ray as well, first time as well. Lords of the Deep. This sort of followed in succession from, all those underwater horror type things, that came after The Abyss. Millions of them. This one, bit cheaper. I mean, it's a New Horizons, so Roger Corman's involved in this. Yeah, produced by Roger Corman. So, expect your Roger Corman. But I enjoyed it. I did. It's a bit slow at the start, but when the creature's there, it's all guns blazing. Welcome to a not too distant future when 70% of the Earth is uninhabited and the rest has gone to hell. Stationed deep below the ocean's surface, a crew of scientists are suddenly cut off from the outside world by an unprecedented seismic event. The quake causes a mysterious specimen to be unleashed, transforming from a seemingly innocuous goo in a large, bizarre-looking creature. Technician Claire McDowell, played by Priscilla Barnes, attempts to study this unexpected phenomenon with her commanding officer, Dobler Bradford Dillman from Piranha, another good underwater creature feature. Dead set against it, the tensions and intrigue build to a terrifying climax in this Roger Corman-produced undersea adventure featuring eye-popping visuals from the award-winning effects team who brought you Aliens. And yeah, the effects are pretty good in this. They're not quite aliens, but they're pretty good. They're aliens on a Corman budget, I mean. As I said, I enjoyed it. It is a 1989 film. You get the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episode, which means they take the piss. I've never understood Mystery Science Theater. I know it's a cult thing over there in the States. I don't care. I don't need to be told when to laugh. It's fine. Lords of the Deep. Nice to have that on Blue. More Kino. War of the Colossal Beast. I think this might... Not Kino, this is Scream. It feels like Kino, because I do thousands of these things. I think I got wind of this was going out of print, and it ended up being cheap, so I picked it up. This is from... When is this? 1958. So I love these 50s... just... The 50s sci-fi stuff is just amazingly wonderful. And often incredibly short, 68 minutes. I mean, that's why I like these things. If I'm really time poor in the afternoon, or I'm really, really tired, I just want something that's not going to faff around. 68 minutes. Beautiful. After Colonel Glenn Manning survived an experimental plutonium blast that triggered his mutation into a 70-foot giant, that'll all happen in the first 3 minutes, I guarantee it. Everyone believes he plunged to his death from the top of a boulder dam. Everyone, that is, except for his sister Joyce. She is convinced her brother is alive. Joyce sets out to find her brother in the mountains of Mexico. She is unprepared for the full truth. Her brother is hideously disfigured now and very angry. When he is captured by authorities, the colossal beast escapes to wreak havoc on Los Angeles. It's going to be fun. Look at that. Look at that poster. Rip the bus apart. New 2K scan from a fine grain film Element. I guess that means you didn't find the negative. Fine grain filmmaking element. Is that a film print that's just a really good quality one? Not too sure there. It's got some size matters. Burt I. Gordon at AIP featurette, career feature retrospective, interviews, and that should be good. Yeah, from Burt I. Gordon. War of the Colossal Beast. Looking forward to that. Everyone knows this one. This was just another local buy, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I think there's another edition now, but whatever. I got this really, really cheap from a seller locally on Facebook. It's the Olive edition. We all know this film. This is the original, not the 70s one. This is 56. One of the greatest, most influential, blah, blah, blah. Plant-like extraterrestrials have invaded Earth, replicating villages and giant seed pods, taking possession of their souls while they sleep. Realizing the epidemic is out of control in a terrifying race for life, he escapes to warn the world of the deadly invasion of the pod people. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The Don Siegel directed one with Kevin McCarthy and Dana Winter. So I only had the first DVD ever of this thing, like the original US one with the black and white cover. So I just, anything was better than that. I think, what is it, Arrow might have done the new one. I can't remember who's done the latest one, but whatever, this Olive one will do me fine. It's in 2.001 Super Scope, and I'm sure it looks fine. So they got Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Next up, I've been waiting to pick this one up cheap as well. I had a Cinema Cult with a silly grey border around it, didn't like it. And I think it might not have been the full cut. Somewhere along the lines I heard this. Whatever. Happy Birthday to Me, with the proper cover. Yes. It's a fun slasher. I like this one. Welcome to upscale Crawford Academy, where everyone, especially new student Guinea, wants to be part of the school's most popular clique, but now somebody has begun butchering the group's members. Could a deadly accident from Guinea's past be connected to these brutal killings? And at her 18th birthday approaches, will Guinea be the guest of honour at the most horrific party of all? I really enjoyed this one. It's got some good tricks and turns in it. It's from 1980. It's quite early in that slasher cycle, and you can't go wrong with that kill and that cover artwork and shish kebab. So it's just a cheap slip, nothing too exciting there. But 1981. J. Lee Thompson directed. Happy Birthday to Me. I like this one. I think a lot of you will too. Going in very blind on this one, but I think I am in safe company here because Fred Williamson, that man Bolt, looks a bit like a 007 film, but the Fred Williamson version. That's what this looks like to me. You've got Fred Williamson is that man Bolt, the highest flying, toughest talking, hardest hitting dude the world has ever faced. When you need a real man of steel, martial arts expert Jefferson Bolt is the high-priced pick for his job. The latest client, a mysterious British man with a cool million in cash, has an offer Bolt can't refuse. Transport his money from Hong Kong to Mexico City or be sent to prison on phony charges. Halfway to his destination, Bolt discovers his money is funny and has been set up to take the fall. With a price on his head and nowhere to turn, Bolt sets out to destroy the crime syndicate that dared to take him on. High-stakes danger in glitzy LA to high-speed chases through gritty Las Vegas to LA. Bolt strikes back again and again with an explosive battle culminating in a fiery finish. I'm excited by this one. 1973. I just love that colour. So good. You don't get stuff like this anymore. There's a bit more of an original poster. I think, like I said, I'm in safe hands with this one. If you've seen this film, do let me know what you think. I don't know what started me doing this. I decided to get some Burt Reynolds. I got a few. Well, I got two here. Another one I want to get. Burt Reynolds with Malone. Great cover. Very explosive. New Kino. Actually, very, very new Kino. Ex-cop, ex-CIA. Explosive. Brilliant. Screen legend Burt Reynolds from White Lightning, Stick and Heat is back. There's a different Heat. Is back as Richard Malone, an ex-CIA agent looking to leave his past behind him and start a new life in the Pacific Northwest. But his dreams of living the quiet life soon go up in smoke when he stumbles onto a military conspiracy led by a local millionaire, right-wing zealot played by a sinister perfection by Cliff Robertson. Add Lauren Hutton, Gator as Malone's ex-partner and lover. Her next CIA agent assignment is to snuff Malone. Harley Cooklis from Battle Truck wonderfully directs this fast-paced action-adventure yarn filled with suspense and thrills. Come on, I'm gonna like this thing. It's an Orion Pictures film. I mean, that's generally a good sign. It's from 1987. That's a very good sign. Look, I'm gonna like it. It's Malone and Stick. Hooray! No Slip. It might be an older release and I missed out. I don't care. It's fine. But this one also looks very Burt Reynolds explosive. Screen legend Burt Reynolds stars in and directs Stick, a fast-paced thriller co-starring Candice Bergen from The Hunting Party, George Segal from Where's Papa, Charles During from True Confessions. Ernest Stickley is an ex-con trying to stay clean on the rough streets of Miami. When his former cellmate is murdered during an illicit payoff, Stick finds himself at the center of a high-class circle of criminals, including a nervous drug kingpin, a shoddy film producer, a stock market whiz with his own gorgeous financial advisor, psychotic albino named Mook. Legendary stuntman Dar Robinson from Sharky's Machine, another one I would like on Blu-ray. With a screenplay by Elmore Leonard from 52 Pickup, instantly going to be good then, and Joseph Stinson, who did Sudden Impact, based on Leonard's best-selling novel, Stick blends cons and con-arts into a suspenseful tale of creative swindling. It's going to be good. Of course it's going to be good. Yeah, it's a good cast. It's a strong writer. Director is Burt Reynolds himself. Nothing exciting there. Kino. Commentary, behind the scenes, trailer. What else do you want? Burt Reynolds. So something I want to do more of, get more of, particularly going into next year, is older war films. War films from the 60s and the 70s. I think it's, your dad's war films. It's the stuff I need to get more of. I do enjoy them. I just never think to. But it's like, this stuff is all on Kino. Like, it's their bread and butter. And here is one that I got I got it with Stick. It was like Amazon, at least Amazon Australia does these random sales where they'll drop the price, then you wait a little bit longer, and then it's like buy two, get 13% off, or a strange number, sometimes 9%, whatever it is. And this was there, and I thought, yep, this fills the bill. Richard Burton with Raid on Rommel. I've heard that title for many years. I've never seen this. But with that art and that star and about this kind of war, look, I'm going to love it. I need to see more of these things. 70s, your dad's war film, grandpa's war films. I need to see more of these things. From Henry Hathaway, the outstanding director of The Shepherd of the Hills, House on 92's 2nd Street, comes this explosive World War II action-adventure starring screen legend Richard Burton from Where Eagles Dare. I've got that one. I need to watch that. As a British intelligence officer who leads a daring attack on the German shore defences at Tobruk. Infiltrating a German POW convoy, Captain Foster, that's Burton, learns that his commandos he hoped to link up with have been almost completely wiped out. The prisoners belong to a British medical unit. Aided by Mackenzie from Phobia, one of the surviving commandos, Foster whips the ragtag band of POWs into a fighting force. Where have we heard that before? Like every second war film. That's amazing. It's Inglourious Bastards, only to stumble into an unexpected meeting with the infamous Desert Fox. Field Marshal Erwin Rommel, played by Wolfgang Price from The Train, co-starring Clinton Green from Robbery and Carl Otto Alberti from Kelly's Heroes, which I've got on the same 2 for disc with Where Eagles Dare, so I need to get down and watch both of them. Look, this is going to be great. Of course it's going to be great. It's a Universal movie from 1971, World War II, with a great cast. I need to get more of this stuff and just sit down 1 month and just watch them. Just turn into my dad. Raid on Rommel, I know it'll be good. This one was very cheap. Jack Palance, Eddie Albert. Attack! ! Great title, great cover. Lee Marvin. This one's earlier, 1956, black and white. There is dissension in the ranks during the Battle of the Bulge from Robert Aldridge, acclaimed director of Apache and a whole bunch of other things. Comes this World War II classic starring Jack Palance from 10 Seconds to Hell, Lee Marvin from Prime Cut, Eddie Albert from The Gun Runners, Robert Strauss from Starleg 17, Richard J. Kell from Ulzana's Raid, Buddy Ebsen, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and Peter von Eyck from Five Graves to Cairo. That's just a cast. Oh. When Lieutenant Joe Costa Palance learns that his men died because their commander, Captain Cooney, Albert, was too much of a coward to join the fight, we've heard that before, Costa issues a serious warning, "Don't let it happen again!" Exclamation mark. But Cooney's cowardice forces Costa into a fateful choice: continue to risk the lives of his men or take the life of the captain. Beautifully shot by Joseph F. Byrock from The Towering Inferno, Attack is a tightly directed, gritty film that packs a wallop. 1956, shot in black and white. United Artist Picture. Great cover on that. And again, from the mighty Kino Lorber, so I'll like it. Oh, look, more Kino. Killer Dragon, more Jack Palance. Why not? This one, again, just looked interesting to me. It's got Fernando Lamas, it's got Aldo Ray. I mean, Kino. Soldier of Fortune, Jack Palance from Attack, squares off against Warlord Fernando Lamas from 100 Rifles in this explosive action adventure. Killer Dragon, when a dangerous load of nitroglycerin lands on a beach near Hong Kong, the islanders claim it is as their own. The powerful Nico Patrai, that's Lamas, threatens to destroy the island and its inhabitants if the cargo is not given to him in 3 days. Villagers turn to swaggering mercenary Rick Masters, Palance, and his team of karate experts to help smuggle the nitroglycerin off their island and rid them of the ruthless Patrai and his henchmen once and for all. Helmed by veteran television and Hollywood filmmaker Michael D. Moore, the fastest guitar alive, and co-starring Aldo Ray and Aliza Gurr from Rush with Love, Killer Dragon mixes rousing action with the wonderful excitement of beautiful Hong Kong. Kino, 1967. This is just, look, I don't think I can go wrong with these things. Another United Arts Picture. I don't know much about these things, but they've all been speaking to me as just get this stuff into your cart. Flip the table a bit. We got one of the newest Dolph Lundgren films. It's also got Scott Adkins. It's also got Mickey Rourke and his facelift. But they're all smaller people under Ryan Quantan. I don't know, but he's going to be the star. What a hideous cover on this thing. It kind of put me off for a while. Why do I have a slip cover of that? Like, oh yay, I have a slip cover of that cover. Terrible. But Dolph, need it. Adkins, need it. Just need. After avenging the murder of his wife and child, plot 127, a former soldier, Ryan Quantan, is sent to prison with a life sentence. He's given a shot at freedom when a shadowy government agency recruits him for the off-the-books assignment. He soon realizes Section 8 isn't what it seems. God, that's so cookie cutter. I don't care. Scott Adkins with a moustache and a beard, therefore he's probably a bad guy. Dolph, Mickey Rourke's facelift. Hopefully it's entertaining. It's 98 minutes, so it's relatively short, and whatever. Just the next cab off the rank. Need. These ones, and yes, I put the covers upside down because they were kind of pissing me off. I did a small order from Strange Vice, who gets in Blu-rays from a little harder to get sort of German companies a lot of the time, and what's that? Cineploid is these two, and I got Plot of Fear, E Tantra Pora. Yes, it's upside down because spine was the other way round. Why is it with German and French Blu-rays that they have the spine reversed? I don't understand it. Someone fill me in, but it was pissing me off. So yes, it's upside down because I can do that. Ta-da! That's how it's meant to be. Top down. But there's the artwork. Plot of Fear. I had this on DVD from Raro. I can't read you anything in the back. It's all in Italian. It's Paolo Carvara, Corinne Clary, Michelle Placido, and a whole bunch of others in a Eurocrime giallo kind of thing. I remember seeing it on the DVD well over a decade ago, and I've forgotten everything about it. So that's why I got the Blu-ray. And Cineploid do put out good releases. They're always good quality. This is in Italian or English, and it's got English subs, and it's in scope, and it'll be uncut. So yes, I'm happy to check this one out. I can't tell you much about it because I don't remember. And this one I've never seen, but I've been told that this series is good. I'm not too sure if it's the first or where this one falls in the series. They're sort of collectively known as sort of the Mark series. Colpisse Ancora. And I've already forgotten what the English title is because because it's not there on the cover for me to see. How annoying. But starring Franco Gasperi, John Saxon, and Mark Colpice Ancora. But yes, that is Mark. Directed by Stelvio Marci. So he's done a bunch of Eurocrime that I have seen, and this one I have not. It is in you've got Italian and English with English subs. There is some featurettes, but no idea if they're going to be English friendly or not. But yeah, Cineploit put out good stuff in the German market, and you can trust their releases. And yeah, I'll trust this one, see what it's like. Into the next pile. I told you this was going to be a long one. There's a new line, and no, I'm not going to be completist and collect them all, but I happen to want to get the first 3 anyway, and I put them out of order, so I may as well put them in order. Let's be that guy. Put them in order. This is the new Kino. It's Kino, man. So much good stuff. Kino Cult range. See Kino Cult. And they're just doing a bit more, I don't know, underground films, maybe? I don't know. Or a bit more salacious content. Lorna, The Exorcist, Franco. That is why I had to pick this one up, just Franco film. With Pamela Stanford, of course, Lena Remay, because she's in pretty much all Franco's films. Slip and that kind of thing, whatever, it's fine. Read from the back. From legendary cult director Jesus Jess Franco, Venus in Furs, etc., comes the lustful Lorna the Exorcist. Haunted by erotic visions, a young woman, Lena Remay, comes to discover that her sexual possession is the result of a bargain struck 19 years earlier between her playboy father, Guy Del Orme, and an ethereal pansexual seductress, Pamela Stanford. In a parallel narrative, a visionary doctor, Franco, tries to unravel a particular form of psychopathia sexualis. Okay. That torments a beautiful patient, Catherine Laferriere. In the 1970s, Franco's films reached a level of voyeuristic extremes, you're damn right, especially when collaborating with Remay, his soulmate and creative muse. Along with shining sex and female vampire, Lorna the Exorcist demonstrates the outer limits of the erotic horror film. Hallucinatory films with languorous love scenes, drenched with lyrical music, and punctuated with moments of stark horror. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've been really keen to see this one. Commentary, interview, and more interviews. Stephen Thrower is, of course, involved because he loves the Franco. Keen to check this one out. Very basic slip on that, but that's number 1 for those spine number collectors, which I am not doing anymore. 1974. Cool. I will check that one out. Number 2, and this is I don't know if did this have a DVD? I don't know. Alien Outlaw. This one sounds fantastic. A film by Phil Smoot. 4K restoration from the 16mm OCN. Low budget fun. When a UFO crash lands in the Appalachian backcountry, it releases a squad of interstellar predators playing the most dangerous game with any Earthlings that cross their path. I mean, that's already amazing. But these alien encounters encounter unexpected resistance to the form of gun-toting blonde Kari Anderson and her mentor. Phil Smoot's second creature feature following The Dark Power, we'll get to that in a minute, is both a clever send-up of 1950s rubber suit monster genre and a loving homage to 1940s B-Western, with a special appearance by Sunset Carson. When it says send-up, I mean, hopefully it's not all tongue-in-cheek. I'm hoping it's just fun. I don't like winking at camera too much. Thank you very much. We'll see how we go. They came from the Swamp featurette, some audio commentaries, interview, archival interviews, and there you go. From 1986, hoping for some good fun. You got different cover art on this one. I mean, that one does make it look kind of goofy, but it's like a comic book cover. Hopefully it's good. Let me know if you've seen that one. And yes, Phil Smoot, The Dark Power. Number 3 in the series, a 4K restoration, 16mm OCM. Weekend party plans are derailed when an ancient Toltec curse unleashes an army of zombies upon a household of college co-eds. Oh, what a shame. The odds are evened when whip-cracking lawman Ranger Girard arrives to stage a showdown with the evil dead. The first of the 2 films by North Carolina horror auteur Phil Smoot, Dark Power manages to be both nostalgic and irreverent as it revisits the creature feature phenomenon. He's doing a bit of a throwback with these films, isn't he? Director-approved 4K restoration showcases the early work of special effects master Tony Elwood from Cold Storage. Emmy Award winner Dean Jones from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, as well as eye-popping cinematography. Boobies! Yay! There's going to be some boobies. Dark Power. Same cover there. Don't know why any one of them got a different cover, but mustn't be much choice. From 1985, running at a very paltry 82 minutes, so that's nice. Yeah, not seen it, but man, I might just double down with this director's film. How long was Alien Outlaw? 91, so there you go. I mean, it's a bit of a double feature night. That could be good. Dark Power. This was good fun. This was a Synapse Diabolic exclusive or something along those lines. That's how I got it. Crocodile, not that one. This one. Even though the cover artwork was done by, I think, the same guy that did the cover artwork for the other version of Crocodile, just to make it confusing. But this is fun. This was it a Thai or Indonesian film? Well, let me just read from the back. So you get a nice slip, for starters, which is nice, and then different artwork in here. So we will read from this one. There's a giant crocodile on the loose, mutating and getting larger, possibly because of an atomic explosion. Crocodile's thirst for blood also grows as it rampages through a small, quiet beach town, devouring anything in its path. It certainly did. Dr. Acom and Dr. Strom are on a perfect family vacation. It takes a tragic turn when 3 of their loved ones suddenly disappear. When the bodies are found, the 2 doctors conduct a thorough examination of the remains, discover that a killer crocodile is the culprit. Teaming up with Tanaka, a tough and rugged fisherman, Acom and Strom, it sounds like a buddy cop comedy, head out to dangerous open waters to find and destroy the beast once for all. Killer classic filmed in 1978 as Crocodile Fangs, Agawa Gongpo, released in a slightly different version all around the world during its theatrical run. Blah blah blah. Synapse Films, 35mm OCN. Audio commentary by Australian Lee Gambon. Video interview with Crocodile Fangs director Wan Si Lee. Trailer, deleted scenes. I think it was a Thai film directed by Kompot Sands. I think it's a Thai film, but it was good fun, and particularly, can I show that? I can't show that. Particularly violent, quite gory. You get a Synapse film catalogue, which has just got all their very old school style catalogue. I do like that they do that sometimes. Reverse cover, which is just the slip. So yeah, Crocodile, recommend it. Hopefully there's still copies at Diabolic, or I think it was a Diabolic exclusive, maybe just with a slip or something. But anyway, yeah, good fun. I recommend that. Haven't checked this one out yet, but this is from, was it Neon Eagle, which is a sub-label of Cauldron, or a sister label or something, sort of the Asian off-print of Cauldron. Kill, Butterfly, Kill. One I've been curious about for a while. Glorious slip. It's got a spot gloss. Look at that. Oh, boobies. No, just about get away with that. Very nice. Very nice. Big, thick Vinegar Syndrome style slip. More cover artwork. We shall read from inside. Years after being assaulted, a young woman, Juliet Chan, seeks bloody revenge on the 5 men responsible. She's aided by a retired hitman and sympathetic to her plight, and a group of like-minded girlfriends. One by one, each of the creeps are caught in a trap and done away with. Excellent. Her final quarry has a few tricks up his sleeve, leading to a violent climactic confrontation. Kill, Butterfly, Kill, aka Underground Wife. Prime example of the so-called black movie, an exploitation subgenre popular during the early 1980s in Taiwan. I haven't heard that phrase. Cheaply made, these were stylish and potent action films with often socially conscious aims and 2 feet planted firmly in the gutter. That's exactly where I like my feet planted. Amazing. New 4K OCN from 4K restoration from the best surviving elements in the export English language version. I think this is one of those, you're lucky if you get it. Prepared by the notorious IFD Films. So where's Godfrey Ho? He's involved in here something for sure. This slightly better cut differs from the original Mandarin language version known as Underground Wife, which is also presented here in a 4:3 full-screen SD print. Finally, this set features the absolute gonzo 1987 cut of the film American Commando 5, Kill, Butterfly, Kill, featuring new scenes starring IFD regulars Mike Abbott. This is where it starts getting Godfrey Ho, and Mark Miller from a 4K scan of the OCN. Bam! That's the one we're watching, folks. All of these various versions of the unique film are here, making the official US home video and worldwide Blu-ray premiere. Looking forward to this one, really am. Got some chockers thing. You got a Blu-ray there, big booklet. a second Blu-ray there. So Kill Butterfly Kill and American Commando 6 versions. Amazing. Booklet. I can pretty much get away with that. Yep, some stuff about the films. Cool old posters. This is the only thing so far from this imprint label, Neon Eagle. But it's just as nicely presented as Cauldron, and the film reads good to me, so looking forward to that. Speaking of Cauldron, I got the last wave in. All three of these were mandatory. Absolutely mandatory. 2 of them were Japanese VHS that I can now flick away in one order. Outstanding. Something that you told me 5 years ago. I could replace Japanese VHS with Blu-ray multiple times in one order. I would have laughed out. This is not one of them. This is for me, this was a upgrade from the Shameless DVD, which was under the Phantom of Death title. Nice Ruggero Deodato Giallo. Quite fun. I enjoy this one. Lovely presentation. Nice slip. And there we go. There's the, I think it was a VHS cover artwork. It's pretty crap, but it's sort of iconic. When a mysterious disease befalls young virtuoso pianist Robert Dominici, Michael York, he begins a violent murderous rampage, taunting authorities with his whereabouts. As Robert's brain and body rapidly decay, Inspector Datey, Donald Pleasance, must race to find him before he kills again. Great plot. Directed by Ruggero Deodato, Cannibal Holocaust, starring Edward Fenech, Giovanni Lamberto Radice from City of the Living Dead. I mean, they're all in this. Special effects by Diana Giallo, did 4 Flies of Grey Velvet. Written by Gianfranco Clarisi, House of Clocks. That's coming out soon, I think, through Cauldron. I think it's through Cauldron. They're doing a box set. Off Balance is an 80s Giallo-infused carnal ride of violence and body horror seen through the mind of a genius driven mad by cruel, unstoppable disease. I think this is quite a fun one. Bit hard to see the screenshots on the back, so I won't bother. What you get is this 2-disc. There you go. One is the soundtrack, which is very cool, and the Blu-ray under the Off Balance title. This is the soundtrack list of tracks. Nice Off Balance photo there, and we have here a little poster of the Italian art. Is it reversible? Yeah, a couple of different arts here. So you get that pretty funny one, but it's still iconic. And this one, which I don't think I'd seen before. But Mask on the Ground. Very nice, lovely presentation. Oh god, I've stuffed it up, haven't I? There, and there. So cool to have this one upgraded. Thank you very much, Cauldron. Had to get this one. My Giallo shelf. Good fun film. Next one. Golden Age! Golden Age! I'm going to say it twice in a row. The Last Match on Blu-ray Deluxe Edition of The Last Match. If you don't know this film, you have to see this film. I mean, I've got this poster hanging on one of my walls. It's just... I mean, the plot is straightforward, but it's the ending. It's all about the ending. Beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous artwork. Doesn't even need the slip. It's amazing. That cast: Ernest Borgnine, Charles Napier, Martin Balsam, Olivia Tobias, and Henry Silva. Just ticking them off. Amazing. Oh god, and directed by Fabrizio De Angelis. So just it's amazing. What do you do when your daughter is framed for drug smuggling during a Caribbean vacation while being held in jail by sadistic warden Henry Silva? If you are a football star, Cliff Gaylor, Olivia Tobias from Cobra Mission, another great one. You call in audible and do whatever you can to get her out. You call an audible? I don't know what that is. But when the American consulate, Charles Napier, doesn't want to be involved, the local attorney, Martin Bassam, only wants to grease his palms with no guarantees, your only choice is to take matters into your own hands, very Death Wish style. Before you can even call the next play, his coach, Ernest Borgnine, and the rest of the football team in full uniform are on a plane packed with weapons and money aimed to free his daughter. And it is amazing. Like, it literally is a football team with like machine guns and weapons to do a hostage rescue. It is so good, and I don't want to ruin it, but it's the final scene. It's the final scene where these footballers with a football stuffed with a grenade booted at a helicopter. and it's just poetry. It's poetry in motion. You get blown away. Interview with the special effects artist Roberto Ricci. American actors in declining Italian cinema mini doc. That'll be very interesting. By Eurocrime director Mike Malloy. Understanding the Cobra video essay by Italian film expert Eugenio Ercolani. Trailer image gallery. So brilliant. Last match. You get poster. It's actually the Japanese VHS too, isn't it? Should have got it out to show you, but yeah. So I got that tape. Beautiful. And oh, there you go. That's very cool. The Mastiffs. When they announced this, I just had to like clear my eyes. I'm like, are you serious? A Blu-ray of the last match? And this is like Severin, you know, just all bets are off now. You know, 2 days ago, I placed an order for Spider Labyrinth. All bets are off. Last match. And the last one of the Cauldrons, and like, you gotta love this Ghana artwork they chose to use. Top line with that artwork. This is a bit more recognizable. I think it was the US tape, Franco Nero film. It's a wild one, this. It's like, it's action and then it's sci-fi. We will, take a look in here. There's the other artwork again. Another one, Japanese VHS, being archived. I don't have to watch it anymore. I can watch this Blu-ray. Ridiculous. Down and out author Ted Angelo, Franco Nero from Django, finds a UFO while searching a cave for treasure. Of course he does. When he tries to warn the media, he soon becomes hunted by various clandestine organizations, but with the help of his new friend June, Deborah Moore, from Warriors of the Apocalypse, they search for the truth while evading certain death. Have aliens taken over the world? I want to believe. They had to put that on there. It's got George Kennedy in it, William Berger, or Berger, Mary Staven, directed by Nello Rossati, did Django Strikes Again. Gooey practical effects by Francesco and Gaetano Palucci from Silver Bullet. Top line, late 80s, mind-melting sci-fi adventure. It is mind-melting. All new special features, including interview with the legend himself, Franco Nero, sourced from a 2K scan of the OCN. I cannot believe they find these things. Cauldron Films is out of this world pleased to present this future classic for the first time ever on Blu-ray. It hasn't even been on DVD. Neither had Last Match. We are literally going from Japanese VHS to OCN 2K scan Blu-rays. It's just a golden age. Top line is here to win hearts and take over minds. I mean, it's got Android things going on there, exploding trucks. It's just outstanding. Reverse cover. Let's see if I can show you that one under the disc. What is it? Alien Terminator. I don't know. I don't rate that very much, but it's an option. Same as the booklet. Oh, no, DVD or VHS release that might have been. Not DVD. Must have been from a VHS release. But you get a booklet. You get a poster of the Ghana artwork and the other artwork. And stuff on the film. Lobby cards. For Top Line. I fell out of my chair when, I'm like, oh yeah, Off Balance. Yeah, that's good. I'll upgrade that one. And then it was just a what for Last Match and Top Line at the same time. It's just ridiculous.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
Finally, Massacre Video finally delivered the goods. They said, how long has this been in production? 2 years, maybe? I lost track. And the pre-order was, 6 months ago? Just lost track, but worked out well in the end. These very, very slimy films, but particularly the first one's kind of worthwhile. The next two are very grindhouse, but they're fun. But anyway, I am talking about Man Behind Sun. This is a dark, nasty film, particularly when you know that it is based on real events. Humanity, eh? We do some shit. But it's a very nice edition. It's the best it's ever looked. It looks very good. There's the front and the back again. And we shall read from the back, if you've never seen this one. Warning, indeed. Not for the faint of heart, Man Behind the Sun exposes the stomach-churning horrors of Unit 731, Japan's most secret and nightmarish military prison during World War II. The infamous epic, we follow a group of youth soldiers as they are indoctrinated to believe that prisoners are disposable, likened to scrap wood, and their only purpose is to be used as human guinea pigs for brutal chemical and biological warfare research. And it's a crowd pleaser. It's a real upper film, this one. It is dark. Even the kids that are like on the side of the Japanese soldiers, they get smacked around. And then that's nothing to say for what happens to, all the prisoners. And you would have seen clips of this thing. It's a nasty film, but it's actually very well filmed. So it impacts even more. And the fact that, yes, this is based on real events, and then it has the credits at the end, and like the after, where you learn that the man responsible for the Unit 731 was pardoned by the Americans in exchange for his research, which they put into use in the Korean War, I believe. So yeah, nice stuff. But the film itself is actually very worthy. For new fall restoration, they dropped the K, from the OCN. Mandarin, Japanese, English PCM, removable English subs, conversation with TF Mao, photo gallery, trailers. It's got all the things you need, and it really is a dark film. So it's hard to say I enjoy it, but I mean, it's a good film. I watch it. These two, though, I actually haven't watched these two yet, but I mean, this is the Godfrey Ho version, so strap yourselves in for cheaper versions of what you just saw. And Behind the Sun 2, Laboratory of the Devil. There's a real sequel from the director of this one, TF Mao, the Nanking Massacre, I think, which I have on DVD. That's sort of the real sequel. But then, good old Godfrey's off there doing his exploitation versions. Laboratory of the Devil is a chilling film that will tell the story of Morishima, a young and idealistic doctor practicing in Japan during World War II. Upon discovering the horrors of Unit 731, a secret military prison, Morishima is determined to liberate all prisoners who are subjected to brutal experimentation and torture in the name of science. So, same shit, different smell. But the cheap version, directed by Godfrey Ho, Laboratory of the Devil is the sequel to the controversial, notorious Man Behind the Sun. Uncut, and is that a giant... That's a foot. I had to look at... Oh my god, I thought it was a giant dong. It's a foot. 2K restoration from the 35mm OCN. And subs and all kinds of good stuff. That cover I'm a bit more used to. We had a DVD in Australia of this. There's the disc with the spinning arms. So yeah, I haven't actually seen this one on any version before, but I expect a cheaper version of the first film. And then we have the third one, A Narrow Escape. A chilling film that reveals the final days of Unit 731. I mean, this is funny because the first film was the final days, like it all gets disbanded. But anyway, Japan's most notorious military prison was a hub of inhuman biological research. Same. As the war comes to an end, the unit commander's plots to its destruction to prevent the camp's disturbing secrets from being exposed to the public. That is a scene in the first film. However, a Japanese general is wounded and infected with plague bacteria inside the unit's laboratory. He then boards the last train away from the camp, spreading the virus to other unsuspecting travelers. That feels sort of like a subplot of the end of the first film there. That's interesting. Directed by Godfrey Ho, newly restored uncut version of Narrow Escape is the third and final sequel to the trilogy, sourced from the OCN. They find all these things sometimes. Just amazing. But yeah, I love me some Godfrey Ho, and there you go. There's the other cover. And same deal. Subs, 2K restoration, disc, not much else, but yeah. Thank you, Massacre. Delivered the goods there on the Man Behind the Sun trilogy. You're still awake out there because we've got 3 more to go. We're onto the box sets. And I picked up the next Shaw Brothers one from Shout Factory. Shaw Brothers Volume 3 Classics, or Classics Volume 3. Just another good collection. And we'll go quickly through these films here. The presentations are all good. I mean, they're all in the original language. They've all got subtitles, and they've all got a feature here or there. But we'll just quickly go through the titles. Some of these films were on, same as before, like there are either 1 or 2 of them might have been on the Arrow sets, 1 or 2 of them might be on, or more than that might be on 88 Films releases. So in those cases, I've let the individual 88 film releases go and keep these box sets because they are glorious. The Vengeful Beauty and Death Duel. There you go. I'm not going to read from the back of all these. We'll be here all night. Life Gamble, Soul of the Sword. Very nice. Shaolin Abbot and Shaolin Rescuers. Shaolin Rescuers I had on an IVL DVD. So that was an actual upgrade. Very nice. And the others I haven't got at all, I don't think. Shaolin Avengers and The Web of Death. We had a very old local DVD of The Web of Death, so no longer. Gone. Big spider. Very nice. And The Deadly Breaking Sword and Clan of the White Lotus, which was an 88 Films Blu-ray. There you go. So plenty of options now. I mean, 6-7 years ago, none of this was on Blu-ray. And then Killer Clans. So there you go. That's what you get in Volume 3. I know I just did that quite quick, but they're the titles, so you can go and do some research on them if you wish to get some more Shaw Brothers. They've already got, I think, Volume 4 is like out in now-ish, in a week or 2 weeks. It's out very, very soon. And the Brave Archer set you can get directly. And not Shaw Brothers, but of the same vibe is the Tai Lung box set, which you also have to get directly, which I'm going to have to do. Wish it was just on Amazon. Would save me a lot of time. But anyway, very nice box sets these. They all line up very nicely, and they have very good quality film prints of these things. Done by Celestial, so very nice. Next up is an upgrade. It's in here actually. Messiah of Evil, put out by Radiance, I should say, Radiance. And this is how it should be presented. So I had the code red. Oh god, it's very tight though. We'll be here all night. Apologies. I had the code red, which looks better than the DVD, but this one is much better. Nice looking Blu-ray cover there. One of the full-size ones that Radiance does. And booklet here. There you go, booklet Messiah of Evil. And yeah, there it is. So it has this wraparound, which I've just slipped in there. So it's almost like an OBI strip that explains things, and then your box is clean, but you get all the info here, which is a new... I'll read the summary. A woman travels to a sleepy seaside town to find her father, who has been writing letters spelling doom. Upon arrival, she soon discovers the town is under the influence of a strange cult that weeps tears of blood and hungers for human flesh. You get new audio commentary by Kim Newman and Stephen Thrower. What a combo. Archival interview, visual essays, 80-page perfect bound book. We'll show in a minute. Blu-ray itself. New restoration from 4K scan of the best surviving elements from the Academy Film Archive. It's not going to get any better than that. Mono PCM, good. And I like this. I like it. I want 5.1, a Dolby Atmos. You don't want a 1973 film with Dolby Atmos, you stupid idiot. It was shot in mono. You want it in mono. End. Audio commentary by critics Kim Newman. We just went through all that. You get Messiah of Evil, a new American nightmare documentary feature which explores Messiah of Evil in the context of American independent cinema of the 70s. That'll be very good. As well as examining the film's allegiance to several subgenres of horror film. Visual essays, SDH subtitles, reversible sleeve, yada yada yada. This is the book, which is quite packed. There you go. So it's definitely well worth picking this one up. If you're a fan of the film, this is the best edition. And if you've never seen it, might be... I think actually this edition is just about... I think it's sold out from Radiance and it's down to what's in the distributors. So if you want this edition, go now. If you're not already too late, I don't know. But there's a normal one already coming. So if you just want to see the film, I would suggest... just hang out for the normal release if you've never seen it, and if you missed the boat on this glorious box set edition, which I will put back in there. Messiah of Evil, great edition there from Radiance, and we're finally, we're finally at the end. I need a big drink. I was on the fence originally of this. I wasn't going to get it because the 88 Films release was okay, and ultimately it's a fine film. It's not my favorite, but Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, they got me by the balls on this one. Yes, it's a better print. Yes, it's a better scan. But Jesus Christ, have you seen the box on this? A Blade in the Dark. I mean, I was not going to buy that. Of course I was going to buy that. It's just, I mean, you know, not made of stone. Anyway, Blade in the Dark and Lamberto Bava film. And we'll go inside. I mean, this, you could build your, this is house brick. It is so thick. And I did enjoy, ultimately, watching it, nice new scan, all that kind of thing. I enjoyed it more than when I watched the 88 films disc. It's a bit of a silly one. But you know, it's got Bob in it, and yeah, Bob. La Casa con la Scala nel Bureau. Nailed it. Booklet there. Very nice. Yep. So it's not my favourite from the director, but I did appreciate it more this time. And did I mention the damn thing's in 4K? I can't play them. Well, I can, but my TV can't do anything with it. But it is a ridiculously good set. So there you go. 4K. Oh, I'm so sorry I showed the Tartars. 4K UHD. There you go. And then the Blu-ray. Oh, hang on. You got UHD Blu-ray Disc 1, UHD Blu-ray Disc 2. Don't remember why there was 2. Blu-ray Disc 1, which is what I watched, and then Blu-ray Disc 2. I mean, this is chock full. We will, can I read from the back? I will have to cover up the boo badge and then read from the back. Bruno, an up-and-coming film composer, has been hired to write the score to a new horror film. The film's director, Sandra, suggests that he move into a spooky, secluded villa as to get creative inspiration. However, life begins to imitate art as a vicious killer starts bumping off anyone and everyone who happens to pay Bruno a visit. As each death leaves more clues while opening up more possibilities as to potential suspects, Bruno begins to believe the film he's been hired to work on may lead to be the key and to unlocking the mystery. First major international hit for Lamberto Bava, who did Macabre. I much prefer Macabre. Blade in the Dark was initially conceived as a TV miniseries, but quickly deemed too violent for the airways by the Italian censors, was re-edited for theatrical release. And maybe that's why it feels a little bit off. Classically structured giallo, very much is, albeit one taking stylistic cues from then booming slasher craze, indeed, complete with an array of elaborate and bloody murders. The film features Andre Occhipinti, Conquest, Fabiola Toledo, Caligula, actor-turned-director Michelle Soavi, Stage Fright, and blah 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 blah, UHD, 4K, OCN, first time, includes the extended TV version as well as the international cut. And that was the thing, I think the 88 didn't have that extended version. It might have been more copying across the line. So yeah, you get 2 UHDs. I won't read their contents because I can't do anything with them. But Blu-ray Disc 1 contains extended Italian TV edits with the following features. Don't Go Down the Stairs, 16-minute interview with Lamberto Bava. House, 20 minutes, interview with screenwriter Dardano Sacchetti. Lights in that Empty House, 16 minutes interview with cinematographer Lorenzo Battaglia. Gothic Slashes of Lamberto Bava, a video essay by film story and author Sam Dayan. Theatrical trailers in Italian and English, and then Blu-ray Disc 2, we got another one, contains a theatrical edit with the following features: Behind the Blade, archival interview, all the colours of giallo, and I think maybe because I watched the longer cut, that's probably why I enjoyed this more. We've already been through that, and I can't show you the boobage. Cover up the boobage. Blade in the Dark with a book in this insanity box, because Vinegar Syndrome just don't do things by halves, and I love them for it. And ultimately, when it came down to it, the price of this was actually pretty good. So yeah, Blade in the Dark and the Italian title there. And that, finally, is the end of this update. Wow. I don't even have to look at the thing. I had to change the battery. I had to dump the SD card because it got full, wipe it, and then we started again. This is a long one. I don't know if there's going to be a December one at this rate, because I don't have anything actually coming. I mean, do I need to? We will see. We will see if there's a December one or what kind of shape that takes place in. I just don't know. I don't know. We might not. We'll see if anything shows up. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you did make it all this way to the end of the 7-hour mark, I don't know how long this is. And I hope you did enjoy watching it, seeing all these films. Do talk about the films in the comments. Anything here that I said I didn't know what it was, I hadn't seen it, let me know if you've seen it and tell me your thoughts. As for this video, that is the end. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, check out this thing, check out this thing. I'm going to have a drink of water.